Well, the game Fulham Burnley doesn't exactly leap off the page when you go through the Premier League fixtures at the start of the season, but this matchup actually matters significantly to both sides. Fulham are going into this with a lot of question marks, particularly centering around manager Marco Silva's future, with the Portuguese out of contract in the summer. And his opposite number, Scott Parker, of course, is an ex-Fulham player and manager, but he knows his Burnley side have to win games like these if they're to have any hope causing one of the greatest Premier League relegation survival bids of all time. It should be a great sunny Saturday afternoon here in London as Fulham take on Burnley here on Unfiltered Football. I'm trying not to be blinded by the sun. It's absolutely beautiful weather right now. Just a quick precursor ahead of the game. Of course, Fulham, it's an interesting season for them because they're in a situation where they're not going to go down, probably not going to get Europe. I was doing this exactly before the Southampton game, the FA Cup, and I was like, they really should prioritise the FA Cup. They ended up making loads of changes in that game, got knocked out, and like I said in the intro, it's made everyone quite divisive about Marco Silva. You know, do they actually want to still keep him for them? Do Fulham fans want a change? Maybe you think it's maybe time for a change, who knows? So that will be obviously interesting to see where Fulham go from there really. For Burnley, like I say, they need to win. Like, they're running out of time significantly to save their Premier League alive, and quite frankly have got to get 5-6 more wins, and they've hardly won any all season. And a game like this against Fulham side, not much to play for. But they really should be eyeing this up. So yeah, thanks very much again for supporting the channel recently. Make sure you're slapping a like button before we get into the main part of this video. But before then, it's time for me to take you to Fulham with me. Right, hello, Hayden from the future here, and we've got some exciting news here on Unfiltered Football. We've partnered with the Groundhopper App to bring you guys some pretty exclusive benefits, and honestly, these are brilliant. These are actually fantastic. And if you're like me, you're a bit of a football groundhopper, you know, you may have been to many grounds before and used different apps before, like so Footballogy, My Grounds potentially. But these apps really, they often feel cruggy. They're often a bit like, you hate actually using them because you feel like the developer hasn't touched them since about 2012. This app though, it just changes. It blows everything I've ever used before out of the water. It is absolutely extraordinary. I'll explain it to you in a second, but honestly, it is absolutely fantastic. So let's take you through what you can do on it, just in particular for this game. So quick little bit of time to load. As you can see, there's many other grounds you could go to, and we may well go to on Unfiltered Football. The London Stadium was of course last week. If you haven't watched that video, what are you doing? Go and check it out. But there we are today, Craven Cottage. We've managed to hide the results this week, so anyone who's not aware of what's about to happen, you know, feel free. There we are, Fulham Burnley. Bosh. Without giving too much away, we're going to 4 out of 5. It was a very good day. I really enjoyed it actually, and the atmosphere was actually much better than I expected. So we'll whack that down there. Which is much better than expected. PS, again, a little precursor for the game. Brav Kerr, there we are, is useless. And I mean, Burnley fans will probably agree after that game. There you go, you can save that. Bosch, new stadium, unlocked, Craven Cottage, you know, and we'll keep on doing this for more games, of course, as well. And the best part about it all is we've got a deal here for those of you watching on Unfiltered Football. So we've got 3 months for effectively £5 of the pro version of this app, and it is honestly, trust me, it is absolutely sensational. If you want all the features I've just done, make sure you click on the link in the description to get your £5 per 3 months deal.
Come back to have a look for that.
The key team news for Fulham is that they hand a start to Rodrigo Muniz for his first start in quite a long time. He takes the place of Raul Jimenez leading the Fulham line. As for their visitors, Burnley, one of their key noticeable situations going forward particularly is Lyle Foster continues on the wide right position with Cian Fleming in front of him, Hannibal Medbury in the 10 role, and Jadon Anthony, arguably Burnley's star attacker so far this season, starting on the left hand side.
Nice ball.
What was the penalty for?
Well, there you have it then, lads. Craven Cottage in the sunshine. It's honestly one of the greatest grounds in the country to be at. So that was really, really enjoyable being there. And it's fair to say the game, it took a long time to get into it, didn't it? But eventually, the goal from Cian Fleming just spiced things up a bit. I mean, as I said in the intro, Burnley needed to win that match, and naturally they opened up a bit more in the second half. I thought Hannibal going off early doors was really a problem for them because he was in the 20-25 minutes or so he was on the pitch. Probably Burnley's most dangerous attacking outputs. Fulham, of course, it took them a while to sort of get into the game. The Harry Wilson goal was so indicative of a typical Harry Wilson goal, you know, cutting in from the right-hand side and on an left foot, you know, burying it into the bottom near corner. Wales fans will certainly be hoping he can do that in the international break. They've got a couple of massive World Cup qualifiers coming up, haven't they, as they bid to reach the USA, Canada and Mexico this summer. Josh King as well, only 19 years of age, and was probably unarguably the best player on the pitch. Really, really talented future this guy's got. Of course, it was his first Premier League goal in this game. Dubravka, when you look back at it, would have liked to have done a lot better with that kind of a cross. He completely made a mess of catching, a bit like Kepa in the League Cup final, just completely lose it. Josh King taps into an empty net, although I think everyone would realise that he should have had the goal given against Chelsea back in August. Anyway, thanks very much if you made it this far into the video. If you have done, then please make sure you whack a like on the video and give me a subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything and really helps me out and does not really mean anything against you guys, if that makes any sense. So thanks very much for watching. I'm waffling too much now. I need to have a lie down, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Adios.